Yo, what is going on, YouTube? It is me, your boy, Flash Jones, back yet again with another video. And today we're just going to do a pretty quick look at another set of BLMA signals that I have recently purchased and an unboxing. I'm not going to do any of these down here. It's just maybe I'll do one of each. I don't know, but primarily we're just going to open up one of the 3-track signal bridges and pop that open and see what you get in the box and see how it's configured in there, because I know this is going to be very interesting for the installation and figuring out which wires go to which signal head. So with that being said, let's jump right on into it. Alright, so like I said just a second ago, we're going to pop these boxes open. I'm at least on one of the track signal bridges. You know, I'll do one of each. I do a double head signal mast, and I do a single headed signal mast. Single head signal mast, and let's pop it open. I mean, there's not much to either of these guys, but I mean, like I said, I'll open it up just so you guys can see it, because I still have to open it and test it and make sure that it's all working. So let's go ahead and do that now. Let's go ahead and set these aside. I'll do that one. Alright, first, I'm going to do this one here. Sorry about the glare. I'll bring it up close so you can see it. And let's just do it like this. There's the top. And there is the signal itself. And just so you guys know, if you guys are ever going to be in the time frame or in the situation to purchase any of these signals, there are not many of them out right now. BLMA, I believe, was purchased by Atlas, so they're going through the change of transitioning BLMA, at least as far as the signals go, and the BLMA packaging and all that, into the Atlas. So I know I still need a few right-hand double-headed signal masts or dual-head block signals. I need right hand. I need another. I need a left hand cantilever modern signal bridge. But until they get more, or until they redo their packaging, they won't be making anymore. So the first thing that you get in this is this little box. There's nothing in it. Just some company branding on there. Tells you what it is. HO scale, number 4. Sorry about that. You know, we're focused now. HO scale number 438. There you go. Try to watch out for the glare. I'll try to. There's always going to be some spots where I won't catch it. And just so you guys know, you still want to be careful with it. I am going to take it out of this little package just so I can show you guys, but as soon as I'm done, I'm going to put it right back in this casing just to protect it. And there you go. Single head block signal. See some of the detail on it. And actually, you know, instead of just posting this video of just the signals, I'll try to, whenever I get them all installed, at least what I have today, then I will go and upload this. Now obviously the wires, since it's one head, you got your common, which is the red wire, the most red looking one is the common, and then the other 3 are your red, yellow, and green. Sorry about that. Got a discombobulated there. Next, gonna pop this one open so you see what you get in here. Not much else to see. You get the model number, HO scale, BLMA models on the top, and then some history on it. You know, you guys can pause that and read it for yourself. And that's pretty much it. Same thing as before, just a little photo on top. Modern dual head block signal, the scale number or the model number. You know, not much else. Remember what I said, just be careful sliding these out of here. Be very gentle. And the last batch of signals that I ordered, one of the heads on the dual head signals, on one of the dual head masts, was a little loose. It's a little wobbly. These are much tighter, but you still want to be careful. And there you go. A little side view of it. Very, very nicely detailed. I think they did an excellent job with the detail on it. One thing that I wish they did do is I think Details West does their signals this way, but they have brass tubing on the very end of it so that you can just slide it down into your hole, or wherever you drill your hole at, you could just slide it down in there, because it is a little tedious sometimes trying to get these wires down in there. And then obviously, since this is a two-headed signal mast here, both sets of wires for each head and each LED is bundled together, so you're not going to know which one is which until you pop them open and you connect it to your wiring or your to whatever circuit board you have to control the LEDs, and then you just power up the system, and it's pretty much trial and error. There is no set. BLMA doesn't have a set system for which wire is which. They're all the same length. The only one that's different is the common, which, if you look closely, you can see that there is a wire that is more red than the others. Like I said, it's a little bit intertwined, so it's kind of difficult to see. I can see it just looking directly at it through the even through my phone, but just without the phone I can still see it. But I wish they would have painted these LEDs, wires coming from the LEDs. Try to get close up on that so you can see it. I wish they would have painted those silver, just to hide it a little bit better. I mean, no one's really gonna see it. No one's ever gonna see it unless you're right up on it, or unless you're doing a cab ride video, and then if you're going slow enough, you might catch it. Here's the other side. And now, the one that I've been waiting for the most, the BLMA modern triple track signal bridge. Hopefully the glare is not that bad, but there it is. And actually, I'm gonna try it like this, so you can get a little bit of a different kind of look at it without too much of the glare. Nothing on the sides, really. You can pause that and read it for yourself, though. But this operates in the common anode, or common positive configuration. It says down here, this product is not compatible with the common cathode system used by Atlas Signal System. So if you're using the common negative on your wiring, it won't work. You need to have the common anode, which is the common positive. And don't be mad at me if you go in there and you use common cathode and you blow it, because it obviously says it there, and I just told you that it's the common anode. But yeah, do your own research. Never take my word for it. Never take anybody's word for it. Always do your own research and double check, because hey, sometimes I'm wrong, sometimes other people are wrong. You know, we're all human. We all make mistakes. But you're not gonna sue me. You know that. So we're gonna go ahead and unbox this one now. So here's the little top piece that they put in there. I guess you could say it's a little bit out of protection. It's just air. Nothing's in it, just a little box. And what I noticed on the, at least for the cantilever signals, is that it had printout. It was a little square, and it had the spots that you needed to drill. I wish they would have did that with these. I mean, obviously you can, once I pop it open, I'll show you, but you can pretty much see where you need to drill just by looking at the bases of these signals. I'm gonna be very careful. Oh, that's nice. Just to give you a solid view of that, how they got that set up. That's nice. But here it is, 3-track signal bridge. You get roughly 8 inches of clearance in between each leg. Oh, come on. There you go. Okay. And here it is. I'm not going to do too much moving around with this one. It feels pretty sturdy, but it feels pretty loose at the same time. It is kind of sturdy for plastic model that it is. I don't think it's metal. You have some etched metal walkways at the top, some see-through walkways and whatnot, but I'm not going to play around with it too much. But what I was talking about just a second ago was down here, you obviously see that they provide you with some sort of a base. So as far as mounting your signals, you shouldn't have too much of an issue. From the looks of it, there are 2 wires coming out of each hole. Yeah. So per tube here and here, if you will, there are 2 sets of wires that will control, I guess, two of these LEDs here. Yeah, so I actually have to look at the other side. So you got 2 coming out on this hole, if it'll focus and pick up on that. And then you have 2 coming out here. There we go. I split that one open. So you see 2 coming up there, and then the 2 right there. So 2, 4, 2, 4, and then obviously this one over here is just single. It's just 1 wire here and then 1 wire here, and they just twisted them together to keep it uniform. But this is it, the 3-track signal bridge. Yeah, turn it over very gently. Wow, it feels very fragile. At least these handrails up here do. And here's the back of it. Nice ladder on the side, nicely done. Ladder up on the back here, where my thumb is. It's a very nicely done model. I will give them that. But still, I wish they had some sort of brass tubing on the bottom for you to slide it through. I don't know about you guys, but I do not, unless I absolutely have to, I do not glue my signals. Right, so there you go. Next, you guys are I'm just do a preview. I'm just gonna show you guys what it's gonna look like on the layout, and then continue going from there. All right. See you guys in the next portion. So what's going on YouTube? As you guys just seen, I just did the unboxing of the BLMA signal bridges and some of the double-headed signal masts and some of the single-headed signal masts there. So what I'm doing now, it's been a couple days now, and I finally got some of these signals installed and tested them. Obviously, you can see that they're working, and I guess you could say I got them programmed as far as with the circuitry that I have, programming or controlling them. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go through my layout real quick and show you guys the other signal bridge, and let you guys see that and see. And I'll explain to you some of the aspects and what they mean and whatnot. And we're gonna start from clear indication here. Signal indication here is clear. So clear and proceed at whatever track speed is. If it's a 70-mile-an-hour track, you go at 70 miles an hour down that track. That's pretty self-explanatory. The next indication that I'll be modeling on my layout will be the advanced approach indication, which is yellow over green, which means proceed prepared to pass the next signal not exceeding 50 miles an hour, and be prepared to enter the diverging route at the prescribed speed. Um, so yeah, pretty much this is a approach indication. The approach to the enter into I can't even talk. This is the approach signal. No matter what the indication is, this signal in the clear over here. So this signal here and this signal right over here. These are both, and eventually when I get the other two, Atlas, BLMA, they're out of stock right now. But whenever I get those in, these four will be the approach signals to the crossovers. No matter what these indications are, these will always be the approaches, the approach indications. But in this situation, this signal is telling the trainers, hey, you're crossing over. You need to slow down to 50. You need to not exceed 50 until your entire train, meaning the head end and the ass end, needs to clear that turnout or that crossover before you pick up to track speed, which can be 70 in some situations.
So the next indication that I'll be modeling, at least on my layout, is in the center here. It is the approach medium signal or indication. And what this means is it tells you what it's saying to the train is proceed prepared to pass the next signal not exceeding 40 miles an hour and be prepared to enter the diverging route. Okay, now not all the time, and I'll explain this here in a second, not all the time will you be diverging when you have an approach medium, and I'll explain this here in a second. But whenever you get a flashing yellow over red, it pretty much just means slow down to 40 because the next block is a yellow, is a solid yellow, and the block after that is red. That's pretty much what a flashing yellow means. Now, on the far left there, you see a double yellow. Now, that is also an approach medium signal indication. This is where the diverging the diverging type situation comes into play. Now repeat it. Approach medium means proceed prepared to pass the next signal not exceeding 40 miles an hour and be prepared to enter the diverging route at the prescribed speed. The turnout speed is what that means. So a double yellow, if you're coming down the rails and you see a double yellow, that means hey, you're going through a switch or a turnout onto a siding, into the yard, onto a different track that will not be the main, and you need to be at less than 40. So in this situation, if you have a double yellow, you're going off the main, you're diverging, you need to be at less than 40. Flashing yellow, you're staying on the main most of the time. You're staying on the main, and you have a train 2 blocks ahead. Okay? We're going to come back to this red over green. Actually, no, we'll explain it now. And I apologize since the camera really is not picking it up all too well, but it's trying. But on the far right here, you see a red over green signal indication is a diverging clear. Diverging clear means you're going through crossovers. You can only go through that crossover at whatever the max speed through that turnout is. And to give you an example, remember when I showed you advanced approach just a second ago on the upper level with the double-headed signal mast? There are only 2 signal indications that you will get, or 2 approach signal indications that you will ever get in order to have a diverging clear. And that is, as far as the BNSF goes, and that is an approach limited, which is a yellow over flashing green, which means proceed prepared to pass the next signal not exceeding 60 miles an hour and be prepared to enter the diverging route at the prescribed speed. And then an advanced approach, which is what I showed you, which is a yellow over solid green, which is proceed prepared to pass the next signal not exceeding 50 miles an hour and be prepared to enter the diverging route at the prescribed speed. Once you get to that next signal, which would be this set of signals in this situation, it would be let's see if I can focus. Doesn't want to focus. Okay. Which would be a diverging clear. Like I said just a second ago, it's the same thing as clear for the most part, except you're just divergent. Okay, so you'd get your, for at least for my layout, and for most of the BNSF, you're gonna get an advanced approach, which means you're gonna go through this set of crossovers, which is, you can say, you can use my layout as an example. You're gonna go through this set of crossovers, okay, and then once the head end and the ass end of the train is cleared through the crossover, can you kick back to 70 miles an hour? So, 50 miles an hour through the turnout. Once the ass end clears it, you can kick back to 70 because you're running on a clear signal indication. That's the purpose of that green. Sorry about that. That's the purpose of the green on the bottom. It tells you that your track is clear once you cross over. Remember, you have a double-headed signal mast and red is on the top, and a different colored signal or a different color is on the bottom other than red, you're diverging. So it could be red over green in this situation, which is diverging clear. You could have a red over flashing yellow, which is a diverging approach medium, which is the same thing as an approach medium, except you're just diverging. Okay. You can have a diverging approach, and I'll explain what that is when I get to the approach. But anytime red's on the top and any color other than red is on the bottom, you're diverging onto a separate route, onto a separate track, that is. Okay? If it's green over red, you're staying on your track and you can proceed at track speed. Just flip it around and you're diverging, but you can go at track speed. Now we're back on this side, which is just the east end of this crossed over. The east end of this crossover, and on the what are you gonna say? On the right side, because right now it's my left. But okay, but on the right side, it is a approach. Okay, what approach means is proceed, prepare to stop at the next signal. Trains exceeding 30 miles an hour immediately reduce to that speed, 30 miles an hour. Okay, I'm going back to what I was saying just a second ago. If this was a red over yellow, which would make it a diverging approach, all that would mean is you would proceed onto the diverging route, not exceeding the prescribed speed through the turnout. You would approach the next signal, prepare to stop. Obviously, if you're exceeding 30 miles an hour, reduce to that speed now. That's what that means. Okay? And then on the far left, it is a flashing red over red, which means restricting. Proceed at restricted speed. Okay? And then in the center there, you have red over red, and that one should be obvious. If you don't know, please do not be on the road with me or on the rails behind me, because somebody's going to get hurt. Red over red means stop. Stop, 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 stop. You run that red, you're going home, you're done. Those are the signal indications that I'll be modeling on my layout. I'll show you guys this little guy here. And this is the, what is this? This is just the signal coming off of the climb. I'll back out here so you can see a little bit. Start that one up yet. It literally took me a long time to get these signal bridges hooked up. I mean, you got 6 heads, and they all have 4 wires. So you're taking 6 times 4, which is 24 wires. These little tiny ass wires, and they are so small. And one more thing, since this is going to be included in the unboxing, you can see there, wow, that's a great angle, how the, I guess you could say, handrails, if you will, they popped out on the top of the signal bridge. This is one of the other ones that not one of the other ones. This was the other signal bridge that I did not unbox. And when I finally got it out of the packaging, I looked at it and I said, wow, I didn't realize that they were that flimsy. I actually thought that they were quite sturdy, but I obviously was wrong. But just giving you guys just a warning that they are pretty fragile. It is nice though, photo etched metal walkways. And I know this is close. Sorry about that. And I'll do a little how to. Probably not included in this, but how I get what I do for the bases for the signals. I do it for all of them. It's pretty easy. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, there's a good angle. And one thing I noticed when I was on the upper level, it seemed as if the green had a little hint of blue to it. It doesn't. The camera, I don't know how to say it. The camera makes it seem more as if it is a little blue, but it's not. It's solid green. The yellows are a real yellow and the reds are a real red. I will tell you this though. I don't know if you guys are gonna do this, what kind of circuitry you're gonna have, or what circuitry you're gonna use, i.e., Signalman or some sort of NCE product or Atlas products or whoever, Digitrax, whatever. I don't know if they allow you to change the brightness levels on them. But one thing that I did know, and this may be why it seems like it's a little blue. The green, I pulled that one down to 40. The limit of it is 48. And it goes from 1 to 48. The green is on 40. The red and the yellow is on 47. Yeah, that's how I did it. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. I will do a separate video in about a minute here, showing you guys the base. And also one more thing, I'm not gonna touch it obviously, but I don't remember which one it was, but one of these heads were a little loose on this one as well. Not too big of a deal, and it was slightly angled away from the tracks, and it's right now it's sitting parallel with the main line as if it was straight, but the head, I don't remember which one it was, but I noticed it when I was installing it. The heads were a little crooked. I think there were about one or two of them that were crooked. I'm just telling you guys that, just so that you are aware of it and that you watch for it when you get yours, if you get yours. Something just to pay attention to, something just to watch out for. But they are pretty nice models. It took me hours and hours and hours to get these wires hooked up because there's no way to know which one is which. The only one that is marked is the common. I wish that the yellow lead for the yellow LED was yellow. I wish that the red LED, maybe not the red, just because the common is red. But I wish that the green was green. I wish that the yellow was yellow. And you can even say that the red was red and that the common was copper, which is the normal color that they come as. I wish that's what they did, but they didn't. But not going to turn this into a rant video. That's it for this, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The unboxing and installation, sorta, and testing / programming / wiring of the BLMA triple track signal bridges, single head signal mast, single headed signal mast, and the dual head signal mast. Okay. And that is it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like it if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.